What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Undergrad Forum. Now in this video, we're going to talk about what do you do after you have matched in your fourth year of medical school. So right now, it's the day of this recording is April 5th. Students who are fourth year medical students across the nation have already matched into their residency programs. And now they're like finishing up their time in medical school. There is, it's April. So April, May, and June. So 3 months left in their medical training before they enter residency and start their ominous, I'm kidding, fantastic intern year. All right, the question is, what do you do during this time? Why am I making this video? Because everyone's asking me. I'm like senior on service, and everyone's coming up to me, oh man, I got a couple months left in med school. What should I be doing? Should I be studying for intern year? Should I be studying for step 3? Should I be having fun? How do I get a medical license? How does everyone's got questions. Couple easy things we should work on. Number 1, these are the last totally free 3 months of your life. I'm not trying to overplay that. These are the last 3 months you have been gifted by the medical community to be able to do whatever you want within the limitations of your rotations. All right, so you got 3 months left, contingent upon what rotations you have left. Hopefully they're not too intense, but within these last 3 months, you pretty much, in my opinion, number 1, should be having fun. All right, whatever it means to you, be safe and all, have common sense. But yeah, this is your last 3 months where you're not holding a pager, you're not on call, you're not going to be called by your attending to do something on the weekend, no one's bugging you. You got 3 months of it's kind of like elementary school in a way. You got 3 months to do whatever you want, so do it. After we were in our last bit of medical school after match, me and my friends, 2 of them, we got in a car and we started traveling to various national parks around Southern California and nearby states just to go hiking and see pretty things. Not that exciting, maybe not a crazy wild story, but man, was the Grand Canyon and Zion National Park and all these other places gorgeous. And I just wanted to see it, and so did my friends, so that's what we did. Do whatever makes you happy. Whether you want, if you've always wanted to try surfing, go do it now. If you always want to try rock climbing, what a great time. Go travel, go do whatever you want. Or if you just want to lay around watching TV all day because you love movies and you love TV, do that too. It's okay. It's, you've had a busy year of medical school the last couple of years, you're matched, enjoy it, man. When intern year comes, you're not going to have this luxury of time and you're going to regret wasting it. So do things that make you happy. Now, that's pretty simple advice. The more complex thing is, should you be studying at all or preparing at all for intern year? And second, do you need to do anything for USMLE Step 3? Well, number 1 for Step 3, you could, that guy's honking a storm, you could try to study for USMLE Step 3. I'm going to recommend, in my never humble and biased opinion, that you don't do it, all right? Step 3, I know intern year is going to be busy. You're going to be kind of trying to, and I've made videos about how to study for Step 3 during intern year. You're pushing it in there. You're making time at night. You're making time on the weekend. It's not the most ideal. But, man, when you're in intern year, you're already in the work mode. You're learning things. You're learning how to manage patients. You're treating along the diagnoses that are coming up in USMLE Step 3. So in my opinion, it's perfectly a great time to study for Step 3 while you're an intern. Trying to do it beforehand, man, you're going to spend all that time studying. A lot of the material is going to be kind of above your head because a lot of Step 3 is real clinical management. And a lot of med students don't have that kind of hands-on clinical management experience. And again, these are your last 3 months to have fun. It's never going to happen again. Once you start residency, it's a multi-year process of you're always on call, always have a pager, you get some weekends off here or there, but you're not going to get this big freedom of mental space. So I would not recommend studying for Step 3. Every year, everyone tells me they're going to do it. I have yet to see one person who studied and actually took Step 3 early in intern year because they used the end of their med school time to study for it. I'm sure there's exceptions. I'm sure someone will comment down below, I did it. Well, good for you, man. You cranked that out early. But in my opinion, when you're in intern year, you're already working hard, you're in that mental mindset, you're in that group, just do Step 3 then. It's when everyone else does it. In your end of medical school, have fun. You're not going to get a lot of time to do that. So in my opinion, again, it's my opinion. It's not humble. It's definitely biased because it's mine. You don't got to listen to it. But, if you're like me, don't do it. I didn't do it at all. I had fun at the end of med school, and I took step 3 during intern year. It was not a problem. Totally, you can make it happen. I've made videos about it, so don't worry. You know what? Here, maybe there's like a button thing you can push, or a link down below to how to study for step 3 during intern year. If you're hesitant and you're like, oh, I want to study now, watch that video. If that plan during intern year sounds reasonable, maybe you won't. And if you want to, yeah, it's your life. You know, do whatever you want. Next point, should you be studying at all or preparing at all for intern year? Okay, that's a little different. I think there is some value there. This is more nuanced. During your last few months, if you're on rotations, what I want you to do with your current residents and interns you're working with is ask them questions. Ask them, hey, what do you think made intern year or residency hard? What kind of tips or tricks do you have for me? Try to kind of get some insight from people around you. Every resident has a bunch of tricks or things they're doing to make residency more manageable. So you're there, this is your last time as like a 4th year med student. People are gonna be like, you know, you're not under a lot of pressure, so you have time to talk. And it's the end of the year, it's not as busy always. Sometimes it is, but you know, you can sit there and these residents are hopefully gonna spend some time kind of mentoring you and giving you some advice on things you can do going into residency and some kind of feedback. So hopefully that'll happen for you. And also what you're going to learn during this time is a lot of what's important about residency is time management, how to manage a list, how to manage patients, how to think about like basic orders, how to triage people who are ill and not. And if you bring this up to your residents and you're on your rotations, they can actually make your last couple months of medical school kind of useful and kind of get these last few rotations to be kind of gearing you ready for residency in how you think and manage. So, you know, when you're seeing with them patients, or if you're in clinic or whatever, you know, you can talk to your residents and they can be like, okay, for this patient, what kind of stuff do you want to put in? You know, they can start elevating you to get you kind of thinking more autonomously. So that's one thing I would do. It's no extra burden of your time. It's just, you're going to be there in the hospital or in the clinics anyways. Might as well get more out of it, and might as well get a more focused commentary from your current residents and interns about what to do when residency starts. Now, should you study anything? That's completely up to you. If you're kind of excited and there's some topics you want to review before starting residency, in my opinion, you should do that. If you have a natural energy, I gotta pass this guy, sorry, he's like driving me nuts. If you have a natural inkling to want to study something because you're curious, always do it. I'm never going to get in the way of that, you know, but I don't want you doing things because you think you have to. Some valuable things you may want to learn how to do before residency starts. And talk to your current residents. They can just teach you on the fly. This stuff's easy. How to replete electrolytes, so easy. How to give IV fluids, so easy. You know, basic orders you need to put in for every patient. What are they and why do I do it? So easy. How do I give insulin, correctional, sliding scale, NPH? You know, this is all basic stuff you're going to do on all patients who are in the inpatient setting. So get this kind of basic understanding from your residents in your last couple of months of training. Oh my God, you're going to walk into residency and you're going to be like so much easier because you know the basic things that everyone's going to be learning on the fly. You know, it takes like a couple hours to learn this stuff. It's not hard and you're set. So that's the kind of stuff I do. Basic things, fluids, electrolytes, insulin, admission orders, what are they, why do I do it, and talk to your resident about how do I triage patients, how can I assess if someone's sick or not. In my head, if I hear about a complaint overnight, how do I know if I need to get up out of my bed and go run to see that patient versus just, oh, it's okay, I'll see him in an hour, you know, I'm doing something else. Talk to your residents about this. These are the topics you should be talking about in the last couple months. Kind of get your brain thinking that you're ready for residency, and it should help tremendously. All right, guys, congrats if you matched. This is an exciting time, 3 months left before residency starts. I hope this video helps. Hopes it gives you some insight. Have fun. Don't worry about step 3. Learn some basic things from your current residents about how to be a great resident next year. All right, guys, any questions or comments down below in the comment section? I do read them all and I try to reply. And as always, enjoy your studies.